Good morning, YouTube. I'm here with the Eddie Horvath, ZZ Mark, and it is a cold spring morning. We got down in the 30s. We had frost.
Yeah, refreshing though.
Yeah, now it's going to warm up quickly. So, hey, lots of super thankses. I cannot thank everybody enough for the support. So let's get started here. Furlon Frog, thank you. Randy Floors, McKinley Getz, B. Paul, Anthony Hangus. Hi, Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa.
Coleman Racy, Mini Pro Engine 1, George Falk, White Pine Park, Whiskey Dale, Anthony Hangus again. Hello, Grandpa. Alice Strimmer, Peter Taylor, Terry King, Mike L., Mumford the Pitbull, Simon Sapat, David Hensley, and thanks again for those hats. Yes. He's the one that made us some beautiful hats.
Nice hats.
And Steve Murnack. That is a lot of super thankses. And coming up next weekend, which will be the 17th, we will be at the National Pike Steam Show. So if you want to come out and say hi to us, we'll be roaming around and hanging out at the sawmill.
Yeah,
and
around the saw.
We always have a good time out there. And we'll be out there next Saturday. And the Paul Bunyan Show, it's going to be October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And we are going to be sharing a spot with Shannon Burns, Temple Hill Sawmill. Yes. Go over and check out Shannon on his channel. And I think we're going to have a really good time. We always do. And
it's
hopefully
worth going down there just for the bean soup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll go for the bean soup.
Yeah. And everybody has a problem with Mr. Laser. They said they can't see him. And let's see if we can get him to...
Oh my.
Now, if you can't see Mr. Laser now...
That's beautiful.
I give up. That was from, J.W. Finkler. Thank you so much. I've had that out in my bar all week, and I've been admiring it out there. I was like, I love this thing.
Just puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, it does. And it'll go up on the wall as soon as the tin goes back on the roof. I don't want to get this thing damaged.
No, we'll get it wired in.
Yeah, but so, thank you so much. That was beautiful. And what do we have going today?
My favorite thing, custom cut.
And
we got a nice big white oak.
And if you've seen the short video, you'll see we were trimming the bell off of it, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
So
he's going to get some nice lumber out of it.
Yep. So, well, let's get started.
We got to get started.
Alrighty.
Let's get it done.
All right, let's get this big hog log loaded up. It's a big one, and we're gonna barrel saw it. Basically, it's making a stop sign. So let's get the doggies up, doggies out, open the knees up. Let's go bring the log up. Not sure how much trouble we're gonna have getting it on the carriage. It's big, and you just want to be careful. As long as the stop and load can get it on there, we'll be all right. And we'll open it up additionally when we get it to the point where we're on. You want to leave a lot of knee. Okay, we're in the cradles good there. So I want to make sure that I get the carriage correctly here. And it's 9 foot, so I'm not too critical on this. Just want to make sure I hit my first head block good. All right, that went pretty smooth. We'll get on our pedal, and we got to open the knees up a lot. And once we get an opening cut, we start rolling it, we'll be all right. I'm trying to get to the point where we don't need too much chainsaw action. We're going to need some to get started, so. master dog down. Yeah, the saw's going to be buried in there pretty good there. Let's just make an opening cut and deal with it. So what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. Now that we made an opening cut, we're going to roll it back. And we'll go under it this time. Oh, sorry about the camera. I got a lot of stuff going on here. That piece should just shoot right out from under it, I hope. Just get the chainsaw. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. But once we get the first official face open, we'll be all right. So, if you want to fast forward now or just enjoy it. It'll all end up good though. There'll be some more beautiful oak. You've seen that other video. There we go, one chunk. If you can pull the lower one off would be better. These videos always bring up all the comments, we need a bigger blade. We don't. We don't plan on doing too many more of these. Alright. Alright, let's roll a little bit more. We'll get rid of that at the end. And you want to make sure your dogs get all the way up. I like that. Should be close to clearing. There's a big chunk. All right, now we're getting small amounts of progress. Perfect. And you'll see it slowly whittle its way down. Going to be some beautiful oak though, I'll tell you that. Chewy's having a good time. get parallel to the face of that, and we'll be all right. That looks good. And if you see the number getting smaller, it's a good sign. On my dial, that is. All right. Yeah, I'll be happy to start scratching the back side of that log. All right. And we'll be making a full rotation here pretty soon. Sure, you're getting hungry. All right, let's start there. Little chainsaw action. All right. Yeah, I'm waiting for when it starts to drop down a little bit on the back, then you really get you can start making some really good progress. That right there is going to help. There we go. Slug is very unhappy right now. it nice and parallel too. Which means we're making progress. Look at the grain. Is that pretty or what? I know Dan's excited. Not wanting to cooperate here, but we're gonna have to do something about this. Here's that part that we're going to bring that back out now. That first part we started on, get that out of the way here. I just want to place a cut under that, right about there. Perfect. That's what we needed to get that out of there. I can get a little bit more off of there. Let's try that. Sorry about the camera. It's going to be pretty when we get to that point. just wants to roll on me. I just want to get another cut off of here. Now we're getting to a point where she's starting to fall down a little bit more. See if we can take a board. Couldn't find what it was. I think it might have been some buckshot on the outside of that log from people hunting or target practicing or something. Betty can pull that bark and crap out from underneath there. That'll come back to haunt you. This is just a big log. Ah, nice fun song these. Gotta have something to make you happy in life. Does that need to be taken out of there? I guess. He'll get a lot of nice short stuff out of here. He said he'll bring some finished furniture once he makes it. I'm loving that pattern. We're getting close to laying it down. Real close. Make one more good run on this. Then we're going to start seeing some beautiful lumber. That's what I'm talking about. This will be one of your longer videos. We'd actually put some tin back up on the roof to make a little shadow for the laser. Yeah, I can see the problem's going to be at the back side of the log now, which is a good problem to have. 'Cause every time I peel off an inch board or an inch and an eighth board, it opens new possibilities for this log. Beautiful. I told you we'll eventually win this war. Just have a little bit of patience, that's all. Everybody's been able to see Mr. Laser today. Nice and bright on the back wall there. I think we better get some bark out of there, Ed. Ed, turn around. Run one more board. I hope that don't get hot on me. shut down for a minute. To the log. That's a beauteous piece of oak, I'll tell you. Looks like we're sitting on some sort of a flat now. That's even better. Start there. Let's take a few boards off now. Get down to our 22. We can edge something nice out of these ones. $25 3/4. This will be our last run. Hopefully can peel that off. Beautiful. Get mad at that, Eddie. Alright, I'm going to put that down on the head blocks. We should whittle her down now. Kind of hard to follow that around when you're all right. We're done with the master dog. He can take a nap. And we'll start edging off some nice boards. Should have our metal roofing showing up here next week. I'm also in the shop filming for building Matt from Diesel Creek. I'm doing his vanity as we speak. So this retirement thing has turned into a full-time job. I love it. Sure I can get one more out of there. Now we're at 22 and a half. That is a wide board there. looks like a nice place to open. I'm just trying to make a nice true board for them. Bring this back around, I'm going to try to get him a couple good wide ones there. Tell you what, since we're at way below the magic number, let's bring that all the way around. Try to get them saw marks out of there from the chainsaw. Hopefully nothing appears. We couldn't find it, so. Good, his next board will be perfect. Edging to do too. Oh, there is metal. Better take a good look at this. Yeah, we thought there was something in there. Well, I'm going to saw around it for now. That metal detector never really lies. Clean this up. I like to get a couple twos off of here before we get down to if there is metal. Better get the men around that board. Yeah, I see it. There it is again. I bet you there's fence in here. So we might not make the whole log here. I'm going to keep sawing in from other directions and stop short of the metal. That's still a big chunk of wood, but it's not worth taking my teeth off for. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more. Taking one more 2-inch off. see if we get discoloration in there. And we're in a pith there, so that's no good. Only thing I can get them is some quarter sawn left and right of that. I'm going to take a piece of 4/4 off, see what it looks like. I'm just trying to watch that metal. Still a heavy piece of wood though. Well, let's lay it down and see what the other face looks like. Boom. Does need trued up a little bit. I'm going to try to shove that to you. There it goes. And we'll slowly work down and see if it turns blue again. Then we'll just go ahead and fork it off of there. There's some pretty wood. Kind of nervous here. And there's the blue coming in on the bottom. This might be where we're going to have to stop. There it is right there. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take it down the other end of the mill and try to chunk it out with the chainsaw and see if we can find something there. Because I'm sure not going to take my... you want to cut a V there, Ed? All right, we're going to take 5 here. And we're going to make a decision. All right, we made some decisions what we're going to do here. And we're going to saw north and south of the metal. We did find, I don't know if it was a screw. We'll show you that at the very end of the video. But yeah, we dug it out of the corner. There's still another piece we're seeing there, so we're going to keep sawing into. Let me bring this forward a little bit. And we're going to work until we can't work no more. So, that's all I got to say about that. And I'm going to cut through the pith here. There's the laser. We're just going to pay attention to the color, that's all. If it starts to look turning blue, we're going to quit. Plus it'll make this lighter. He actually owns a band mill, and he didn't feel comfortable sawing something this big on his band mill. So that says a lot. But he can throw this cant, whatever's left on it. Here he's getting some quarter sawn right here. Yeah, he cuts that pith out of it. He'll have himself some beautiful quarter sawn. So far, I don't see no black. That's not too bad. We're down to 7.5 here. Kind of odd. Take one more and we're gonna probably abandon this mission. All right, let me look at the back side of that. That's all pith on the back side here. Pull up just a little bit here. And that's where we found the metal at. So let's just see if we're clear there. Nothing to hit. And we dug that piece completely out. So I'm going to take one more board here. Hopefully this isn't the board that gets us. Nope. And I don't see no other discoloration. But I'm going to leave it go there. I don't feel comfortable with that. Yeah, we spun the wheel enough. I'm going to walk away from the table. You start gambling, you lose eventually. So, and Dan looks happy. He's giving me the thumbs up over there, and we're going to catch you here at the edger. We got a lot of work to do. righty, and there it is. That is the infamous monster pine, or monster oak rather, not pine.
No, it wasn't pine.
No, it was not pine. And that actually only took 5 minutes to saw that log, but I slowed the video down so you could enjoy it.
Every
And,
single.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of rolling, but hey, if you take your time, you can win. You know, it's just it's a. And then this one right here with the metal in it, actually is going to turn into what a mantelpiece.
Yes.
And it will have a story to tell. That's for
That's
sure.
right.
You will have a story to tell forever. But yeah, that you yielded a lot of nice lumber.
Oh,
That's
beautiful,
That's just
beautiful.
amazing. One log like that, and well, the other one. There's 2 videos out now. These twins. Is that the same tree? Or is that
Yes.
2 different trees?
Same tree.
Same tree. So there you go.
One
So-
tree, yeah.
Well, if you like the video, do me a favor. Please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're getting close to the 100. And we're going to have some sort of barbecue or party. And don't forget, Saturday, May 17th, that's my birthday. We're going to be at the Steam Show.
All right.
Yeah, so stop out to the National Pike Steam,
Yeah,
and
come
we'll
check
be
it out.
walking around and shaking people's hands, and Eddie be kissing babies, right?
Just love to kiss baby.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks again. We'll catch you on next one. All right. Bye-bye.